funny story?
Sure.
Sure.
It's not in the book and it's a funny story. No one's heard it. Okay, I'll tell it. I was always kind of politically minded. And as a little kid, I had much older brothers. My brothers were 12 and 13 years older than me. So they were dealing with Vietnam, the end of Vietnam. And like my brother Michael went, and he went into a Buddhist monastery. And then my other brother did not go because he had lost an eye. And he was really into being an atheist at that time and studying Marxism. And so he gave me a book about Karl Marx, was explaining to me about atheism. So at our elementary school in Wisconsin, it was a bunch of Lutherans, you know, that was kind of the church around there. And it was a very small, little traditional red schoolhouse. Like the grades were together. It was very small. We had a playground with a stump, and we would take turns performing and talking to each other about different things. It was very innocent and sweet and whatever. I was 8. And so I explained about Karl Marx, my version of 8 years old, who knows what that was. And and then talked about atheism, about God didn't exist and it was meant to oppress us. And I didn't know what oppress meant, but we've all felt it. And then I guess, but anyway, people were interested.
You were out there black pilling the normie like little kids on the playground.
What ended up happening is my parents got calls at the school because the kids went home.
I'm sure they did.
To church. And they said, we're not going to go. They didn't want to go to church on Sunday. And they're like, we're not going to go to church. Tara says, and then there's Karl, and Karl Marx says, and they thought he was alive. Right. And so then, anyway, this is hilarious. So then the principal called in, you know, and just said, we really appreciate that Tara has this exposure to all these things and wants to share them. And she shows leadership qualities, but we'd like to have her do something different with those qualities and not bring the Karl Marx books.
That's hilarious.
So they gave me the bus safety badge, the orange, remember the orange sash with the badge?
Mm-hmm.
They made me a safety patrol. I became a complete fascist on the bus and stopped bringing Karl Marx. And that was the beginning. So God knows, maybe it's best I never got power. I don't know.
That's really funny. That's a funny story.
I think that speaks to the indoctrination that runs through the American education system. And what they did there was essentially say, don't think for yourself.
Yeah.
And here's this. We're
going
to show you how to respect authority.
Yeah. This is how you think, Tara. Don't be silly. Think this way.
Tell people what to do on the bus. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. They were training a little tiny authoritarian. Look at them. Look at our school system. So ridiculous.
I'm trying. No. Anyway, so anyway, the question cracked me up because I remembered that story. So thanks for letting me share that.
No,
Yeah,
so you were always kind of a little politician out there on the stump, literally. Literally on the stump. That's hilarious. Oh, I can imagine like little 8-year-old Tara, like, well, Karl Marx said.